sporting coordinator at Brebner High School in Bloemfontein, on the business around school sport events. Good evening, Lee. What does it take to host a school sporting event, and what is the importance of sponsorships in that regard?
Obviously, to host a successful sporting event, you have to have the infrastructure, which in our case, with a school like Brebner, we are blessed in that sense. And then you've got with the support team and the support staff, that is also key. And then with regards to the sponsorship with that, yes, without sponsorship, such events aren't really possible, especially if you want to have a prestigious event, I think without sponsorship, it would have to be basically down to the bone where you can't really put out the best show possible.
Sporting events at larger schools appear to be a business in itself. Is that the case?
Well, that's difficult to say from other schools' perspectives and from other schools, the way they do things. From our side, it's not a business because such events are very important, obviously, for the upkeep of sport in the school itself as well. As you know, sporting codes in themselves are costly exercise for all the sporting codes in a school. So I think it's important to have these tournaments. It's an important part of development in a school and marketing the school as well. So yes.
Now that COVID is well and truly done with, are sponsors still eager to partner up with schools on sporting events or teams, or have things changed?
From my side, we actually had a lot of sponsors this year, which I've never had before in the past. However, in the past, I've had from our main sponsors, I have had big amounts. Whereas with this year, I found it a bit more difficult to get those figures that I got in the past. So yes, it was a challenge because the main sponsors didn't pop out as much as they have in the past, and I think that is one of the after effects of COVID. So that was a challenge. But fortunately, I got a lot of smaller co-sponsors, which luckily helped.
How was the Nedbank Under 15 and Under 17 soccer tournament at the Brebner School received?
Well, I think it was received very well, especially initially when I sent out the invites probably about 9 months ago. At that point, it was received so well. I got a lot of my schools that attend the tournament annually come from all over the country. I've even had schools from Zimbabwe and Namibia before, where the Zimbabweans already let me know that because of COVID they couldn't attend. So I believe that if it wasn't for the whole COVID pandemic and then also the schools from Natal just coming after the COVID, they just came out of the huge flood and that. So I didn't have schools from Natal attending, which I normally do as well. But they received it so well. I think that if it wasn't for all the challenges and that, I would have probably had to turn down a lot of schools to say, sorry, the tournament is full. I don't have enough space for everyone. So it was received very well after COVID because I think everyone is so eager just to get out back onto the sports field and be participating and playing again.
Any words of advice to other schools or sporting coordinators on hosting a successful sporting event?
The key thing is planning. I think like in any other event, planning is very key. Your support staff is very key. And obviously sponsorship. So if you've got everything like that in place, I think got your checklist checked and everything in order, that's it.
That was Lee Sheldon Bateman. He is the sporting coordinator at Brebner High School. Head on over to ofm.co.za to re-listen to our conversation.
Jy luister na die OFM Sake Uur met Olebogeng.